Island biogeography. Introduction. An island is an area of suitable habitat surrounded by an expanse of unsuitable habitat. While this may be a traditional island, a mass of land surrounded by water, the term may also be applied to many untraditional islands such as the peak of mountains, isolated springs in the desert, or expanses of grassland surrounded by highways or housing tracts. Additionally, an island for one organism may not be an island for another. Some organisms located on mountain tops may also be found in the valleys, while others may be restricted to the peaks. Island biogeography is a field within biogeography that examines the factors that affect the species richness of isolated natural communities. The theory was developed to explain species richness of actual islands. It has since been extended to mountains surrounded by deserts, lakes surrounded by dry land, fragmented forests, and even natural habitats surrounded by human-altered landscapes. Now, it is used in reference to any ecosystem surrounded by unlike ecosystems. The field was started in the 1960s by the ecologists Robert MacArthur and Ivo Wilson, who coined the term island biogeography, as this theory attempted to predict the number of species that would exist on a newly created island. In this episode, the following 5 modules have been studied. They are: historical background of island biogeography, principles of island biogeography, theory of island biogeography, equilibrium theory of island biogeography, endemism. Historical background of island biogeography. The theory can be studied through the fossils which provide a record of life on Earth. 300 million years ago, Europe and North America lay on the equator and were covered by stemmy tropical rainforests. Climate change devastated these tropical rainforests during the Carboniferous period, and as the climate grew drier, rainforests fragmented. Shrunken islands of forest were uninhabitable for amphibians but were well suited to reptiles, which became more diverse and even varied their diet in the rapidly changing environment. This Carboniferous rainforest collapse even triggered an evolutionary burst among reptiles. The importance of islands in revealing evolutionary processes has been recognized since Darwin's work on the Galapagos and Wallace's work in the Malay Archipelago. Since island biogeography has provided many elegant examples of the evolutionary mechanisms involved in generating biodiversity, including geological processes and colonization and isolation. Archipelagos such as Hawaii and the Galapagos provide examples where cycles of evolutionary radiation have produced replicated patterns of endemic, often bizarre forms. The extreme isolation of these islands reduces the interplay between islands and continents interchange in one way and limited to rare chance dispersal events. The West Indies and island chains in the Indian Ocean are remarkable as they are sufficiently old and isolated to have generated endemic forms, but close enough continents to sustain a dynamic two-way interaction with diverse continental land masses.